Greetings, 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 royal family. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back to the channel. Happy Tuesday, October 20th, 2020 is the year. So hopefully everybody is having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day you are watching this video. All right, so as usual, got some hot topics to talk about, some interesting topics, things that I found comical. Whoopi Goldberg, she's pissed off and stressed out. Cheeto 45 is stressing her out. The presidential debates that are going to, the final presidential debates that are going to take place this Thursday are going to have a new set of rules. So they cutting mics. I'm here for it. Dancing with the Stars aired yesterday. So I will give a recap of that. Tyra Banks, who is the executive producer of Dancing with the Stars, as well as the host. Ooh, and we use that term loosely. I don't know what Tyra is doing up there. She doesn't want the Housewives, any of them, on her show. So Tyra's out here stopping bags. I think she's going to be a problem. Bobby Shmurda, there's an update. He's not getting out anytime soon. That's the long and short of it, but I'll give a little bit more detail. And also a rapper who is in a long-term relationship with Stupid. He was busted after he got onto Instagram and he was bragging about how he defrauded the government. My God, today. And I got a couple of other, little topics sprinkled in between. But before I get into it, please pay your admission fee. Welcome, everybody. Again, I hope you're having a great, fantastic, awesome day. I know I am. I'm happy to be alive. How about you? So make sure you pay your admission fee. That's by hitting the like button. If you want to pay a little bit extra, hit the share button. Share to your social media platform. Share with a friend, associate, whatever. I definitely don't mind. And of course, I always want you to drop down in the comments section throughout the broadcast. Share your thoughts and opinions. Have a little bit of a laugh and a joke. Give a thumbs up. Drop a crown and a heart. Let me know that you're here and listening. I greatly appreciate it. Same rules apply if you're watching the replay. All right. So they done upset Sister Mary Clarence, okay? Whoopi Goldberg, she says, everything that Cheeto 45 says ticks her off. And she is sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you guys know that Whoopi Goldberg is one of the panelists, the OG panelists, in my opinion, on The View. So she said yesterday that she was in a depression because of Cheeto 45. So what happened was Whoopi Goldberg, she responded to a clip from one of the president's weekend rallies where he claimed that the United States would be in a depression if not for his leadership throughout the pandemic. Yes, he actually said this. So this is what Cheeto 45 said during his rally. He said, if you vote for Biden, he will surrender your jobs to China. He will surrender your future to the virus. He's going to lock down. He's going to want us to lock down. He'll listen to the scientists. If I listened totally to the scientists, we would right now have a country that would be in a massive depression. Instead of, we're like a rocket ship. He's so profound and eloquent, ain't he? This guy, man, his caretaker really needs to be fired. So Whoopi Goldberg, after the clip played, she was like, what is he talking about? You know how Whoopi gets down. She gets real irritated and she'll get aggressive if she needs to. So after the clip finished, she's like, what is he talking about? I'm in a depression now because of him. Every time I see him, he depresses me. Everything he says is pissing me off and depressing me. I don't know what rocket he's on, but I'm getting off the rocket he's on. That's ridiculous. But we're about 2 weeks away from this election. So at this point, Whoopi, she turned to Sunny Hostin, who is her, one of the co-hosts on the View. And she's asking whether she thought that Trump had hit on a winning strategy. Sunny Hostin was completely in shock. She's just like, I'm shocked to hear that. She said he's so reckless and cavalier about it. I'm actually disgusted this morning to hear that. I'm disgusted. That's what Sunny Hostin said. So like many other people, Trump is ticking everybody off. And I would just say, as much as you can, guard your mental health. I know these are like tense times and the media is going crazy, right? Like there's just a whole bunch of things coming out, and a lot of these networks and media outlets, they're cashing in because there's just so much stuff going on, and the election is right around the corner. So anxiety's high, emotions are high. There's just a lot going on. So I understand what Whoopi is saying about every time she sees or hears this guy, he pisses her off. So hopefully Whoopi Goldberg, the ladies on the Real, and everybody else will do their best to guard their mental health. I don't know what the fate of the election is going to be. None of us do. We can only guess and speculate. But whatever it is, I just hope that you guys are okay with what's to come. I guess just accept it and try to make the best of a bad situation, because it's all bad all the way around, right? All right, let's not get too sappy here. Moving along. Speaking of grumpy old men. So mics are going to be cut. Microphones, they're going to be cut for portions of the final presidential debate after the commission adopts new rules. Now, I'm not against this, because the first presidential debate, I was entertained, but some people were not. They were not entertained. They didn't find it funny. My sense of humor is a little bit different, but that's okay. So Cheeto 45 and Crazy Joe will have their microphones cut off in Thursday's debate while their rival delivers their opening 2-minute answer to each of the debate topics. And it's a shame that these men, they're 74 and 77, and they have to be like, they can't just be gentlemen about it. Anyway, so the 90-minute debate is divided into 6 15-minute segments, with each candidate granted 2 minutes to deliver uninterrupted remarks before proceeding to an open debate. The open discussion portion of the debate will not feature a mute button, but interruptions by either candidate will count toward their time in the second and final debate Thursday. Now, the Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates announced the rule changes yesterday on Monday, 3 weeks after a chaotic opening face-off between the two presidential contenders that featured frequent interruptions, mostly by Trump. Of course, if you saw the debates, the first debate, it was a mess. It was a bleep show, but I had no expectations. So, honestly, I was entertained. Some people weren't. They didn't find it funny, but I did. Now, the commission has faced pressure from the Cheeto campaign to avoid changing the rules, while Biden's team was hoping for a more ordered debate. In a statement, the commission said it had determined that it is appropriate to adopt measures intended to promote adherence to agreed upon rules and inappropriate to make changes to those rules. Now, after the chaotic first debate in Cleveland last month, filled with interruptions, the commission announced that it would be aiding, quote unquote, additional tools to avoid a repeat. In a letter to the commission on Monday, Trump's campaign manager objected to the commission empowering any individual with the ability to cut a microphone. Now, come on. There are bigger issues to go back and forth about. Like, if his microphone is going to be cut off, it's going to be cut off, and then he will have to wait his turn. See, the people that are around Cheeto 45 enable his juvenile behavior. This is nothing to get up in arms about. You will have your chance to speak and rebuttal and answer any of the topics that are on the table. Why are you getting mad because your mic will be cut off? Which lets me know that this bullying tactic is a strategy for you. You want to get in there and overrun and overtalk everyone. Come on. Cheeto 45 was overtalking the moderator. He was overtalking, Biden, to the point where Biden just got crazy, told him to shut up. It was a mess. Like, come on, grow up. Oh boy, it is completely unacceptable for anyone to wield such power, and a decision to proceed with that change amounts to turning further editorial control to the debate over to the commission, which has already demonstrated its partiality to Biden. This is what Cheeto 45's campaign manager is saying. So you mean to tell me, because they want to have order during the debates, they're not saying that they're only going to cut Cheeto 45's mic. They're saying that at one portion in the debate, both mics are going to be cut off when the other person is talking, like, or the other, you know what I mean? Biden's mic will be cut off when Cheeto is talking and vice versa. This is some sort of wielding of power, and they're partial to Biden. Damn, even some of the people in his campaign manager is just as immature as he is. Honestly, what's the big deal? The Cheeto campaign had been highly critical of the debate commission after it rescheduled the second debate to a virtual format following Trump testing positive for that Rona. Trump refused to take part and the debate was canceled. But see, that's acceptable, right? If he doesn't want to play, he's going to pick up his toys and leave the sandbox. He doesn't care about anybody's safety. That's childish. All right, I don't want to read this no more. This is making me depressed. How you guys doing? Everybody all right? Everybody okay? All right, let's move this train along. So let's lighten it up a little bit, right? We have Miss Tracey Ellis Ross. This is according to page 6. So Tracey Ellis Ross is going to be receiving the Fashion Icon Award at the 2020 People's Choice Awards. Rightfully so. She will always be Joan Carol Clayton to me. If you guys watch Girlfriends, then you know her character was Joan Carol Clayton. Esquire? Was it Esquire? Who cares? So the 2020 People's Choice Awards won't air until Sunday, November 15th, but Tracey Ellis Ross is already a winner. On Friday, E announced that the Blackish star, who's 47, will receive the Fashion Icon of 2020 award for her trailblazing and transcendent personal style, along with her use of fashion to campaign the causes close to her heart. Yeah, she's very philanthropic. I like Tracey Ellis Ross. I do. Do you guys watch Blackish? I still watch old episodes of Girlfriends, to be honest with you. A longtime fixture on the best dressed list, Ross once worked as a model and contributing fashion editor in New York with New York magazines before her big break on Girlfriends in 2000. She even made her runway debut at Paris Fashion Week in 1991, strutting alongside her famous mom, Diana Ross. In the decades since, Ross has hit the red carpet in jaw-dropping looks from Gucci, Chanel, Valentino, and more. She's also a champion of young creatives of color, memorably wearing a series of looks entirely by Black designers to host the 2018 American Music Awards. And her hair care line Pattern, launched in 2019, caters to those with curly, coily, and textured hair. So these are a couple of photos from her past, giving us fashion. This was from a Vanity Fair Oscar party. I remember this look. You know what I like about her? Is that velvet? You better work, girl. This is at the NAACP Image Awards from this year, 2020. You know what I like about Tracey Ellis Ross? She's not afraid to try different things. You know, she's very kind of like, oh yeah, I'll rock that. I'll rock that. I'll see how this looks. This is a cute pink ensemble. ABC event. So yeah, this is according to page 6. Like, this is like high fashion stuff. I think she likes the whole, getting dressed up, hair and makeup. She just seems fun. Fashion is supposed to be fun, but she does have some looks though. I really do like the fact that she's always switching it up, All right, there's like 19 pictures. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. So these are just some looks from Tracey Ellis Ross. Shout out to Tracey Ellis Ross. Well deserved. I'm definitely here for it. All right, let's switch gears. Dancing with the Stars. Okay, this is their Instagram page, Dancing ABC. All right, so I watched Dancing with the Stars last night, right? Bits and pieces. I didn't watch the whole thing straight through. I was kind of fast forwarding and rewinding all over the place. So Vernon went home. Okay, Vernon, he got sent home. And they had me on the edge of my seat because I thought that they were not going to call Sky Jackson. And I said, Tyra, you going to make everybody pull up if you don't call Sky Jackson. You know what I noticed? The energy with some of them, like with Sky Jackson, even Vernon, it was like the energy was a little bit lower than normal. There wasn't so much hype and excitement. I don't know. Tyra is so flippin' annoying. And I know it's not me. I was on Twitter um posting my little shady tweets and just engaging with people on Twitter during the show. It was so funny. Tyra, she really does a lot. And it's just, she just seems out of place. I don't know. Hosting is not really her thing. I think she thinks that this is her talk show. I tweeted that Tyra makes me want to go up to the Dancing with the Stars studio and ask to speak to a manager. It was just like, girl, can you please be quiet? Just please be quiet. So this was Vernon. He was eliminated. They look great, him and his partner. I do like these colors. I'd be looking for the fashions and stuff like that. And he wasn't bad, but his energy was not the same. Like, I don't know. Everyone, a lot of their energy was oh, okay. Now this was the showstopper, honey. Derek hit the scene, and this was a good performance. If you saw it, then I was getting my life. I had to rewind it and watch it again. Okay, here's the thing with Nelly. First of all, I've been saying that Nelly and his partner, Daniela, they have great chemistry. I could see them dating each other. Real talk. They have great, great chemistry. Daniela always looks good. I like her costumes. Nelly looked so good. Their performance was breathtaking. It really was. Nelly was graceful with his arms. Even Bruno, I think Bruno was a little turned on. I'm just keeping it real. Bruno's so extra. First of all, look at the seams in Nelly's pants, please. Those seams are sharp like cheddar. Now that's some grown man stuff. He looked amazing. He didn't have on sneakers. He had on shoes. I really like Daniela's outfit. What ticked me off, though, was after that breathtaking performance, the judges gave them 8s. Sky Jackson, she got what? 6s? I think all 6s, right? I think she got all 6s because she did mess up on her footwork. All right. And she bounced back. But she even looked a little, I don't know if she was nervous. She was not in the mood. I don't know. Some of them, their energy was off. Nelly and Daniela, their energy was on point. They didn't miss a step. Darn, what's the other judge name? Not Bruno and not the girl, the one in the middle. He was just like, oh, you need to tighten up your shoulders. Shut up. The performance was perfect. And they got 8s. Not 1 9. Not 1 9. But whatever. They're safe. So they're not going home. Who else's performance? Jeannie. I didn't really watch Jeannie Mai's performance too tough. This was, look at Sky working it out. She is so adorable. So adorable. But yeah, she did mess up on the footwork part, but she was doing most of the work. To be honest with you, she did the footwork. Her partner, no shade to her partner, but Sky Jackson was working and she got 6s. And I did think that she was going to go home, but when Tyra called her with her extra self, I was so happy. Who else? And where's AJ? Now AJ got 9s, and AJ was dancing like a toy soldier, and he got, here you go, and he got 9s. They did look good though, him and his partner. They look cute. But yeah, listen, AJ's performance was good and all, but I don't think it was worth 9s. I think Nelly should have at least gotten 2 9s. He got all 8s. But it is what it is. Vernon went home. So, oh, Vernon, I was rooting for you, Vernon. I really, really was. He was a good sport. Him and his partner, they did great. So that's my little recap for Dancing with the Stars. But let's move on to Miss Tyra. Listen, I'm trying to be nice, but Tyra really is extremely annoying. She really is. And a lot of people have said that Tyra is nasty behind the scenes, especially as when it comes to her show, America's Next Top Model. They said behind the scenes, that personality that she shows to the camera is fake. I could believe that. I don't know what Tyra's deal is, but she has a chip on her shoulder or something. Maybe she feels some type of way because of how she was treated when she was a model. I don't know, but according to OK magazine.com. Tyra Banks, she is banning any real housewives from Dancing with the Stars. She wants the show to, quote, aim higher. So Dancing with the Stars is already looking to book celebrities for next season for the ballroom show. However, Miss Tyra Banks is making it clear behind the scenes that all of the Real Housewives cast members have been banned. This is what OK Magazine is claiming. This is all alleged. This could all be a lie, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was the truth. Tyra is the new boss and made it clear that she didn't want any more housewives in her ballroom. She thinks that the show needs to aim higher and only book the ladies after everyone else has passed. Several ladies from the Bravo franchise have already made it clear that they would love to put on their dancing shoes, but Tyra doesn't want any of them right now, a source exclusively tells OK. Tyra has never been a fan of the Housewives, but the real reason she doesn't want them on her show is that Bethany Frankel, Nene Leakes, and Teresa Giudice do not make headlines anymore. This is what the insider says. Tyra wants reality stars like Carole Baskin from Tiger King, not a decade-old franchise that no one talks about anymore. Ooh, Tyra is shady if this is true. Again, this is all alleged. Tyra is shady. If Tyra thought for 1 minute that the Housewives would get her show ratings, she would welcome them to the dance floor in a second. Meanwhile, the 46-year-old model hasn't been adjusting very well on the reality show. On October 5th, Banks made a huge mistake by almost sending the wrong couple home. I didn't even talk about that. And Tyra won't let it go, Lord. Vernon Davis and his partner, Peter Murgatroyd, were told they might be sent packing. However, Monica and her partner, Val, were supposed to be in the bottom two, along with Ann and Keo. There's actually been an error, she confessed. The businesswoman then called Aldama and Chermovsky up to the stage and revealed her slip-up. I'm sorry, she said. This is live TV. I was reading my cards, but my cards were wrong. As a result, the mom of one, who's Tyra, was livid about the mistake that made her look like a fool, a source told OK at the time. She is a new host and knows that she is going to be judged against former host Tom Bergeron. We miss you, Tom, which is why Tyra melted down backstage after the live show. Nothing like this ever happened in the 15 years Tom was hosting, and now there's a voting snafu in Tyra's first month. Tyra is so dramatic. 1 week after the blunder, Banks let her co-workers have it. Tyra was warned after she attacked the staff last week to move on. Blaming others isn't a good look, and it isn't smart. There are literally hundreds of people working behind the scenes to make her and the show a success, and she keeps trashing them, another insider added. So Tyra is already over there being a tyrant. Tyra just cannot let last week's elimination error go. She brings it up in every meeting, but no one thought she was going to bring it up on air during the live show again. At this point, the staff is close to revolting. Tyra is going to have a mutiny on her hands if she isn't careful. This is what the source explained. Now, we don't know if any of this is true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is, and I'm going to keep it real because Tyra gives me just spoiled bratty McBratterson, you know? I don't know. If you guys are watching Dancing with the Stars, tell me what you think about Tyra Banks and her hosting. I think that, and then she had the audacity because she had, you know, it got down to Vernon and I forgot who the other couple was. And Bruno had to make the decision of who he wants to save. So he was like, oh, you know, in the middle of him getting ready to give his answer, Tyra was like, come on, Bruno, you got to make a decision. Excuse me? No one cuts you off when you are long-winded and asking stupid questions and making stupid comments. I don't know. Something ain't right with Tyra. We wish her luck, but honestly, I don't know if hosting is her thing. I wonder if she and Tom could do it together. Like Tom would be on the ballroom stage and maybe she would like every once in a while pop in, and then she still keeps her executive producer credit. But I'm curious to see the direction that the show is going to go in, now that she has EP credit. So now this is her show now. Well, again, this is according to a source. Was telling OK Magazine. All right, let's move this along. Tyra is making me nauseous. Bobby Shmurda. I don't know where you had this, Bobby. You threw it up in the video and I never saw it again. So this is according to complex.com. So court documents reveal why Bobby wasn't released from prison. So he was denied parole in September, and court documents from his parole hearing now disclose the reason why. So TMZ reports that board members denied the rapper's release after referring to the fact that he has had, quote unquote, multiple violations in jail, such as allegedly having a shank, putting hands on people, and drug possession. Yikes. That's not good. That's not good, Bobby. It's not good. So Bobby, he sees his situation differently, with transcripts revealing that he made his own case to be freed. Oh, Bobby. He said that he doesn't have impulsive behavior anymore, considers others in his decision making, and he walks away from bad situations when they occur. After telling the parole board that he wants to resume his music career when he's released and become involved in outreach programs with troubled youth, he also said that he now sees himself as a leader rather than a follower. Additionally, he wants to get his high school GED when he gets out. Bobby explained that he got into trouble when he was a kid because he thought others would look at him like he's a punk if he didn't, get tough or put hands on people. However, he's different now. He reasoned and believes he's matured away from beefing with people. Well, unfortunately, it appears the judicial system doesn't believe Bobby, and they don't believe that he's been fully rehabilitated. Child, never mind. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole. That's what jail is supposed to do. But does it ever? Anyway, he will have to serve his entire 7-year sentence, which means he won't be released until December 11, 2021. Following his September 15, 2020 interview with the Board of Parole, Bobby was denied release and given a hold until the maximum expiration of his sentence on December 11, 2021. This was from a spokesperson from the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. This is what they told complex.com back in December. Oh, Bobby, no. I don't know. I feel so bad. I really do, because it's like he's been in jail for like, how many years? Is he 6 years now? Sheesh. And word on the street is he's innocent. What do you guys think? Do you think that, they should let him out? Or do you think that he should serve until December of next year? Who is his legal representation? Last I heard, it was Alex Spiro. And that's the same lawyer that's representing Meg Thee Stallion. Moving along. Look at this young lady, right? Yeah, this is a mugshot, so it kind of gave it away. So this is LaShonda Griffin, right? She's 29. So she decided to go to McDonald's. She's a bus driver. She drives little children around. And as you can see, this is according to the New York Post. So she decided to go to McDonald's. No big deal. She's a bus driver. That's her profession, or her job, or profession, whatever you want to call it. No big deal. Problem is, you see the headline: drunk New York school bus driver took students on fast food run. Lord have mercy. What is it that seeps into people's cerebral cortex in the left and right side of their brains? What happens? What happens that makes people do things like this? My God. A drunk upstate New York school bus driver took students to McDonald's so she could snag some breakfast, authorities say. LaShonda Griffin, 29, was arrested at the Gates Chill School District's bus depot Friday after dropping off her ride and passing out with a blood alcohol level over the legal limit, WROC-TV is reporting. There had been 6 students ranging in age from 5 to 16 years old on the bus to North Star Christian Academy in Rochester that morning, Syracuse.com reports. One of the students said Griffin told the kids, "We're going to stop at McDonald's quick. Don't tell nobody." Oh my gosh. She then brought at least 2 students into the chain restaurant to pick up breakfast, the outlets reported. To be honest, I was a little bit confused by it, an exchange student, Tu Tran, told the news station. No students were on the bus when she was found incapacitated behind the wheel and failed the sobriety test, police said. We were definitely very lucky in this situation that all of the children were delivered to school from home safely and that the driver had returned back to the bus garage. This is what the Gates Police Lieutenant Robert Long told Syracuse.com. Griffin faces multiple counts of DWI and child endangerment. This is what the lieutenant said. She was issued an appearance ticket and release. School officials said Griffin was employed with the district on a probationary period, and they're quote unquote taking time to review safety protocols with all drivers. What the heck does that mean? What does that mean? No, y'all don't want to be held liable because you knew that you already knew that she was a problem. Okay. And you don't want to say anything. While the district cannot comment, of course, they cannot comment directly on personnel matters, we can say that this is an egregious violation of our policies and practices and will never be tolerated, the district said. Yeah, right. Y'all probably knew that she was a problem. You probably had complaints about her before, and now ish hit the fan and you don't want to be held liable, so you trying to play cleanup. Not McDonald's. Girl, not McDonald's. You know what I never understood? Why is it, right? We hear instances of these bus drivers, these situations where they're either, inebriated or whatever. Why is it that they don't have one of those sobriety machine or those machines to test your blood alcohol level, and you have to blow in it before you can start the bus? I mean, they give that to people. They install those in people's cars who have had DUIs, so on their personal vehicles. So why wouldn't the state, the city, or whoever would fund that? Why wouldn't they put that in school buses and even buses like public transportation, regular buses, city buses and stuff, right? Especially in the school buses. Come on, these are kids, defenseless children. And there's so many situations that could have been prevented had these idiots bus drivers not got behind the wheel inebriated. But I mean, I understand, the district can't control what these bus drivers do. So why not have a machine like, okay, you have to breathe into this machine, and if your blood alcohol level is, you got any alcohol in your system, to be honest with you, it won't start. You have to call someone else. And no, is that like far-fetched? It's just an idea. I'm not saying I know everything. It's just an idea. Oh, gosh. Lord help me. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. This guy, right? Let me see if I can switch this picture because I want you to see this. This married father of 3, right? He wears skirts and heels to work because he can. Now, he's married to a woman, a woman. Okay, he says that he's not gay. He says that men can wear heels. It is what it is. All right. So this is according to the New York Post. So that's the picture. So Mark Bryan, he's an American robotics engineer living in Germany. He wears high heels and skirts every day to prove, quote unquote, clothes have no gender. So Mr. Bryan has shared his style pictures on his now viral Instagram. There, his bio explains further. His bio reads, "I am just a straight, happily married guy that loves Porsches, beautiful women, and incorporating high heels and skirts into my daily wardrobe." Now, ladies, let me ask you a question. If your husband started buying his own heels and skirts, and you've been married to him for some time, would you think that he was a straight man? I'm just asking. I'm not judging this man. He can wear whatever the heck he wants. And quite frankly, I ain't mad at him. His legs look great in those heels. But how would you feel, ladies? I'm just asking. His daily wardrobe includes red pumps, plaid miniskirts, and seasonably appropriate suede boots, which Brian paired with a seasonable mid-calf beige pencil skirt. He says, I prefer skirts to dresses. He's 61 years old, by the way. Dresses don't allow me to mix the genders. I don't know what that means. I prefer a masculine look above. Oh, I get it. A masculine look above the waist and a non-gendered look below the waist. So non-gendered look below the waist, but you're wearing a skirt, a pencil skirt and heels. So that's a non-gendered look. But a button-up shirt at the top is considered masculine. I've worn button-up shirts and dress pants, and I'm a woman. I'm a woman. That seems a bit contradictory. I prefer a masculine look above the waist and a non-gendered look below the waist. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, when it comes to footwear, Brian, who also coaches football, prefers heels from the brand Lost Inc. He has pairs of strappy stilettos and open-toed sandals from the company because he says they are great for men as they offer a wide fit in most of their shoes. Oh boy. Brian insisted that his choices are for non-sexual reasons. This is what he says. He says the habit began in college with an old flame. The two of them would practice dancing together, both in high heels. He said this became normal for him, quickly became normal for him. He compared the experience to teetering around in public having green hair. He basically just said, like, you know, you see somebody in public with green hair, you're like, oh, they have green hair, and then you just go on about your business. His wife of 11 years helps him pick out his clothes, and his daughter often wishes she could borrow his shoes. At 6 feet tall, without heels, Brian is quite the towering figure when he's all gussied up. Even while working from home during the pandemic, when most former office goers took the opportunity to dress down, Brian wore business dress at his home desk. His advice for men, if you're asking about heels, then I would say start with a low heel and work your way up as your confidence gets higher. Check out some of his, this thing is so annoying. Okay, this is him, I guess, regular, I guess. I don't know. He looks like he's working on something in a shop. Yes. Come on, calf muscles. Come on, calf muscles. Yeah. He fashionable, though. I guess that's the masculine look at the top and the non-gendered look at the bottom. That's very contradictory, but hey, you can make up his own, you know, his own terms. Now, this is what he is sitting. Now, why he got his legs crossed? Those shoes are actually cute, though. That blue, that cobalt blue, I like that. He can dress. Now, why you got to have the legs crossed? Y'all see this? What do you think about this? What if your husband says, hey, I want to buy some heels? This is his shoe collection. I don't even know what to say, y'all. Like, I don't even know what to say. But the man said that he liked dressing up in the red pumps. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. If you're just joining, hi, welcome, greetings. Hope you're having a happy Tuesday. If you didn't pay your admission fee, take this time right now to please hit the like button. That is your admission fee. And if you're just joining, you can always go back and catch the replay. I would love for you to catch the replay. I don't want you to miss out on any of this stuff going on. All right, let's bring this train home with Stuck on Stupid. All right, so this is according to the New York Post. You see this goofy right here? He calls himself a rapper. He's got busted after bragging about defrauding the government in a music video. I don't know. I don't know what it is in this season that stupid is just thriving. So a rapper has been busted in LA after rapping in a music video about getting rich by fraudulently obtaining Rona unemployment benefits, federal prosecutor says. I can't. Fontrell Antonio Baines, who is 31, who goes by the stage name Nuke Bizzle. Nuke Bizzle, you expect anyone to take you serious with a name like Nuke Bizzle? He was arrested Friday for applying for more than $1.2 million in Rona jobless relief funds in a scheme using stolen identities. And this is according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California. Prosecutors allege Baines and his co-conspirators fraudulently obtained at least 92 preloaded debit cards under the names of other people, including identity theft victims, prosecutors said. I don't feel sorry for these people. You know, I used to feel like they're a victim of their own stupidity, but these people, you glorify this. The article continues. They were sent to addresses that Baines had access to in Koreatown and Beverly Hills, prosecutors said. In posts on Instagram, the rapper boasted repeatedly about his ability to defraud, California's Employment Development Department. Baines also shared a music video on YouTube titled EDD, in which he raps about getting rich off EDD. In the video, this can't be real. This can't be real. But then again, it can. It's 2020. It's 2020. So I guess now he feels that he got clout and street cred. In the video, he points to a stack of EDD envelopes and brags about getting rich by going to the bank with a stack of these, presumably a reference to the debit cards that were used in the scheme, prosecutors said. Unemployment so sweet, we had 1.5 land this week. That's one of his bars. That's one of his bars. Baines faces 3 felony counts of access device fraud, aggravated identity theft, and interstate transportation of stolen property in connection to the crime. If convicted of the charges, he faces up to 22 years in federal prison. If this is his first offense, he probably will get a slap on the wrist. And I guess he thinks that he has clout now because people know who he is. What goes on in the cerebral cortex, like the frontal and the occipital lobe? Like, is there any communication going on between these two lobes? What's happening? What's happening to people, y'all? We're doomed. All right, this video has been long enough, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the news stories. I kept it light on the celebrity shenanigans. I'm gonna save that for a separate video or two. So make sure that your notification bells are on so you don't miss any of my uploads. Make sure you click all. That way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're new here, first of all, welcome. Appreciate you for stopping by. Consider subscribing. Check out all the other content on the channel, not just, hot topics and shenanigans. There's also reviews and commentary on specific topics. So, have a look around and don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you join the Royal Family. All right, Royal Family. So I am signing off. For those of you who joined me today, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. And please don't forget to like the video, share your comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think about any of the topics. So I'm signing off, but I will be back. And if you have your notifications on, you'll know when I'm back. Until next time, folks, peace.